Hi there, I'm your host Ron Davies. Welcome to Business Builders for QuintyBiz.com. We've had a few requests, even though we've only done, I think, 4 podcasts so far. We've had a few requests locally around what should be on a business website. So companies, whether they're a pizza shop or a car dealership, an awful lot of businesses have websites. And if you're going to have a website, there are definitely things that should already be built into the website, right? So let's have a look at the different ways to make sure that your website is working hard for you. There's basically 8 things that any business website should have. And I say business website because that would be very different from typically from a personal blog or something like that. But to create a lasting site that it's worth bookmarking for someone in your local community to save, make sure that you have the following 8 key elements. First of all, you have to have a clear and strong headline. Your headline should announce in big, bold terms that your business understands exactly what the problem of your audience is and that you exist solely to solve that problem. This is very different from a headline that says, "I'm Joe, the real estate agent." Because the reality is, Joe, nobody cares that you're a real estate agent. People want to know how you're going to affect their life. So your headline should be about the fact that you understand the challenges people face in real estate and you are all about solving those challenges for them. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, and this is missing from just about every website I've seen built by a webmaster, which this takes me to a little quick aside. Probably the worst person that you could have build a website for you, believe it or not, is a webmaster. Why, you might ask? Webmasters are not marketing people. Webmasters are graphic arts people. Graphic arts people think and create in a way that is entirely different from how a marketing person thinks and creates. As marketing people, we have built some of the ugliest websites you could ever look at, but they produce sales. They produce revenue. They are effective business tools. Graphics artists don't build effective business tools. They build graphic art. Some web authoring companies will say, "Oh, we're experts at SEO," or "we're experts at pay-per-click." Who cares? It's not what you do. It's not your core competency. It's nice to go to an artist to have artwork done, but if you want marketing done, you need to talk to marketing people, right? So what I see a lot of these companies do is they don't know how to put the marketing elements in. These 8 that we're discussing today are almost always missing at least half of them. So this number 2 is the enticing opt-in. So your customer needs a compelling reason to give you something for their email address, to give you their email address in exchange for what you're offering. So give them something. Offer a gift, a discount, a bonus something, a membership to a VIP club, something to make it worth, we call it an ethical bribe, something to make it worth it for them to put their email address in. And if you're asking for their first name and an email address, you're already doing it wrong, because by doing that, you're reducing your opt-ins by over 50%. So just ask for their email address. This is like dating. You've got to have that first contact, that initial bit of knowing who you are in the process of know, like, trust, which is marketing and sales, is all about knowing who you are, liking you, and trusting you. Right now, we're just at knowing. So let's not make them give us too much information, just the email address. Okay, that's the second thing. And guys, if you have any trouble with any of this, reach out to us through the website. We'd be happy to help you. I know that we used to do audits of websites for free. I don't know if we still do that. But anyway, you can reach out to us and we'll see what we can do for you. The third thing is valuable content. Valuable content offers one or both of 2 things. It offers expertise and personality, or as we like to call it, benevolent expertise. You can show this through articles or blogs on your site, photography of the happenings in your business, infographics that explain how your solutions work, videos, any written or visual articulation of how and why the people behind your business do what they do to solve problems for their customers. Okay, that's what the content is. Content is not fluff, it's important. That's the third thing. your story. Ask yourself, why did I start this business? Or how did this even come to pass? Somewhere in the answer to that question is your story. Telling your story is worth more than all the clever advertising in the world because people relate to stories. Storytelling is the very best way to relate to somebody. Think about it. That's the fourth thing. The fifth thing is call to action. 95% of webmaster quote-unquote websites have been built missing this entirely, and it's the single most important part of any website is the call to action. Marketing, we call it a CTA. This is when your site prompts the visitor to take some kind of an action. It might be signing up for your email list, your newsletter list, your free whatever, joining as a membership, scheduling a consultation, or even placing an order. Whatever it is, don't let someone come to your site and then leave without encouraging them to do what it is you brought them for in the first place. So as an aside, think about it. Why do you have a website for your business? Why is it there? Well, whatever that reason is, it's got something to do with a customer, I suspect, and there must be something you want the customer to do. You need to tell them to do that. People will lead them. People will follow if you lead them. If you lead them to a conclusion, the conclusion could be, as we mentioned, an opt-in. It could be a purchase. It could be booking a phone call or a consultation. Lead them to that conclusion, and they will follow you there. The sixth one, contact information. At a very minimum, there should be an email address for customers to contact the business with any questions. For brick and mortar businesses like restaurants or boutiques, a working phone number. That's a phone number that somebody answers. It doesn't go to a voicemail and then another voicemail. It has people, real people. It's an absolute must. The aim, well, you want to encourage customers to reach out. And when they do reach out, you want to reward them for reaching out by actually talking to them and getting them to the solution they seek. Okay, that's 6. Number 7, the answer. The question being, why you? Why is your business the only one to address the customer's need as well as you do? The answer should be shouted from the metaphorical rooftops of your website, and all signs should point to it. This is differentiation. If we're talking about a dumpster rental or a pizza company or a car dealership, why should your customer be talking to you, visiting your website? What sets you apart? What are you going to do for them in solving their challenge that nobody else is going to do? Number 8, your promise. It's the final product. It's the end result of what your business does. Articulate this well and invite your potential customer to visualize the future after the transaction. What version of tomorrow is your business offering them? Make the promise, keep it, and watch the business returns come to you. At this point, I'd like to mention a little bit about quality management. Not quality control, because quality is not a state or an absolute. Quality is managed. You need to find out if people are having a good experience with your company so that you can steer it the way you want to. This is usually reflective of this promise. And one other thing. I know I said there would be 8 must-haves. I'm going to add a 9th. Just a quick word on social media. If you're going to have social media icons on your website, place them at the footer of the page. Better yet, confine those links to the emails that you send once the visitors already subscribe to your opt-in box that we mentioned in item 2. Remember, social media is a pathway. It's not the destination. Your website is where the business is done, by them phoning you or emailing you or making a purchase directly through the website. Don't drive them away to a social media platform as soon as they hit your website. You spent all that time and energy getting them there. Don't send them off to Facebook or Twitter. Keep them at your site. So if you're going to have social media icons, put them in the footer of your website. That's it today. I'm your host, Ron Davies, for Business Builders and QuintyBiz.com. Have a wonderful week. And if you need anything, reach out to us. Bye for now.